It's not streaming?
Oh. It's streaming already, ma'am.
Oh, it's streaming already. Okay. That's wonderful. Taufik, I'm going to hand over to you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. We're going to get started. Let me just play the national anthem, and then we'll get started. And Taufik, over to you. But let me play the national anthem first. So glad you guys could join us. It's been 6 weeks of amazing journey. This is actually our 7th week. So we are glad.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, ma'am. I welcome everybody to this wonderful occasion and event. The graduation of young Nigerian talents that has been under lecturing for the past 6 weeks. Actually, this journey started mid this year when young Nigerians actually applied to be part of this particular program. And at the end of the day, this particular set of Nigerian youths made it to the final stage of this program. Actually, personally, my feeling about this program, because I'm happy and at the same time I'm kind of sad that this wonderful program is finally coming to an end tonight, and I welcome everybody to this particular program in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So, without wasting much of our time, we'll commence the program proper by the welcome address by, we do call out our project manager. So, in person of Adebanke, please over to you, ma.
Greetings, esteemed guests. We extend a warm welcome to each one of you on this joyous occasion of our graduation. Special acknowledgement goes to our distinguished guest of honors. Guest of honor, we express our gratitude for your presence amidst your demanding schedules. It is truly an honor to have you all here. This significant achievement began as a mere concept several months ago, and the journey commenced just 6 weeks ago. The seamless execution of this endeavor owes so much to the tireless efforts and unwavering dedication of our facilitator, Senior Project Manager, Jumoke Akintelo. Our commitment provided us with a conducive learning environment, making each session engaging and eagerly anticipated over the past 6 Saturdays. A truly worthwhile journey. We also extend our appreciation to Pastor Tayo for joining us during our session because not only enrich our theoretical understanding of project management, but also delve into the practical aspect, setting it apart as a unique online learning experience. And I believe my teammates can as well attest to that. As we celebrate our graduation today, we pledge to uphold the value instilled in us and be exemplary ambassadors. Our heartfelt thanks go to our facilitator, African Leadership Group, and the School of Leadership and Governance. Once again, welcome to this splendid graduation ceremony.
Please give me my charger. My phone is about to die.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adebanke. That welcome address is actually a very good one. Personally, my own thoughts about this program, I can categorically say that this is my first time of having an impactful online class. Very impactful and friendly. So I don't know, maybe our mommy who has been a fountain of knowledge to us for the past 6 weeks has one or two introductions to make about our invited guest man.
Thank you, Taufik. I just want to acknowledge Mommy Grange. She's very supportive and has always been. And then Pastor Tayo Fagmenro, I know you guys acknowledged him. Also, Mr. Albert Name, who is another PMP. So he's one of the people that going forward would also be helping facilitate the program. So they are the ones that are on. And then Pastor Folake Jeremiah from Trinity Institute. You guys, we've had a couple of sessions with her. So just want to acknowledge you guys, and also Mrs. Beatrice Yusuf. Thank you for joining us. We are glad you could make it here to support us on this journey. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being there for us for the past 6 weeks. And I know this won't end well today. I know we can actually count on you and come to you to disturb you. So let me apologize. That we will come to disturb you, even after today, in case we encounter one or two issues on the line which you have shown to us. So moving to the next addendum on our agenda tonight, we have the program overview. What has been discussed so far in this program? What is this program all about? And Ms. Stella will be the one to handle that before we move into the main section of today's program. Stella, over to you.
Stella, you are muted. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Sorry, ma'am. Okay, as earlier stated, my name is Stella Akinton, and I've been a participant of this program for the past 6 weeks. This program was conveyed on the 5th of, the group was conveyed on the 5th of October 2023, which we started with registration, and on the 4th of November, we started the first class. This program has been wonderful. It has been awesome. It has been really educative. It has been informative and all sorts of good things I can actually think about. We started the program with introduction into what project is all about, what project management is, and we also talk about the Project Management Institute, which is the body that sets standards for project management practices. we were able to look at who a project manager is, what are the roles and responsibilities of a project manager, the skills needed to be successful as a project manager, talk about the interpersonal skills, the communication skills, and the soft skills needed for a person to possess to be successful in project management. So the interesting part of these all programs to me was the process groups of project management, which is the initiation, the planning, the execution, the monitoring and control, and then we have the closing. And we're able to understand that under each process groups, we have knowledge areas and outputs that we have to put out to be able to have a successful project. So I'll quickly talk about each process group. So under the initiation process group, we have two knowledge areas, which is the integration management and the scope management. And that is where we have our project charter and the business case and all sort of documents that we need to commence our project. We move on to our project management plan, which included all 10 knowledge areas. Talk about the stakeholder management, quality management, the communication management, the risk management, resource management, and all sorts. Then we moved on to the execution, which is the most noticeable process group in all of the process groups that we actually talked about. And we also moved on to the monitoring and control, and we moved on to closing our project. The program has been awesome. We've been able to have 6 contact classes. This is our 7th meeting, and we've had a presentation earlier on in the project, which was awesome. It was nice. And personally, being a partaker in this program has been really, really enlightening, because I've been able to stretch myself beyond boundaries I didn't imagine I can actually. I've done things I didn't think I can actually do. I've been able to like expand my knowledge areas, and it has been really, really awesome. And it's all thanks to our facilitator, Jumoke Akintaylor. She has been a wonderful person. She has taken us through a lot of things, and she has been awesome, basically. So this is everything, not everything though, but this is everything I can actually talk about right now about what we've been able to learn. And another thing is leadership. This particular program has been able to help me to discover how to be a leader, like the best ways I can be a leader in my society, in my community. Because during this program, it has been an interactive session. Like, this is the first time for me personally that I'll be in an online class and it will be this effective. It has been an interactive session. We've always been called upon to express our opinions, to say our minds and say things we are thinking without fear of being judged, without fear of being laughed at or anything. So it has been very, very expressive, and it has really built me as a person. I can say that I'm developed. I'm not where I was when I joined this program, and it has been really awesome. So I want to thank the conveners of this program, my fellow participants, our facilitator, for this wonderful experience. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you very
Taufik, maybe you want to turn off your video so that we can hear you.
program and what for the past week. Okay, ma. Basically, that's the main overview of the program in which we have been taught for the past 6 weeks, and it has been a very wonderful experience. Very wonderful, very wonderful. So, moving to the next agenda here, we want to discuss why are we having this program? That is, why is project management skills important? Because the main focus of this program is on project management. Now, why is project management skills so important? And to handle that, Similarly, will be the one to handle that section of why project management is very important to us. Similarly, over to you.
Similarly, we
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
you, please.
So turn off your
Can't hear
turn off
you.
your video.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to our facilitator and our invited guest for your presence. My name is Timilayin Badura. I am also a student of project management, and I'm proud to be one because that. Hello, can everybody hear me?
Please.
We can
Go
hear
on.
you now.
We can hear you.
Okay, so as I was saying, I'm a student of project management, and I think that fact is one reason why project management skills is very important. Now, the difference between a project that is marked successful, that is effective, that meets the point, the target, the objective within the reasonable means for which it has been set, that it's managed its own scope, is project management. Now, I would say, for example, that I've been fortunate to undo a project in an assistant capacity, and I did not know that one of the difficult the challenges we faced then, that basically reflected in the overall output, or let me say the proximate success that we could record, was because we lacked some basic project management skills. And I would say this again, which is that being acclaimed as a project manager, or I have money, I can try, and yes, this is what I want to do, is different from knowing exactly how to go about it. And that is where project management comes in. You may have the resources, you may not even identify a person as your stakeholder, but because you have learned the rudiments of project management, you realize the number of persons you need to bring around the table, and you realize the number of persons that you just need to keep at arm's length, constantly informed. So even the parties, even the persons that your project will directly affect, how you manage them. Project management is basically people's management. How and why project management is very important to our organizations, to our individual lives, and of course, to achieving certain objectives which reflect over the community of people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Timilayin, for that wonderful piece. Now we are actually at the main addendum of this program of tonight. We are students who have been under this program for the past 6 weeks. We'll be showcasing what they have learned, personal topics in which they have chosen.
I think Taufik is having problems with his sound.
In their own way, in which, because I'm also part of the think we have all the other in our environment. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, now we can hear you. You went out there for a minute.
Okay, ma'am. Oh, sorry, ma'am. So we are now at the presentation section, where we students who have been under this program for the past 6 weeks will be showcasing what we have learned so far through our facilitator and through our personal presentation, our personal topics in which we have chosen, and we believe if properly executed, will have one positive influence on our immediate community and environment, even Nigeria at large. So I'll be given the mic to the first person to present in person of Ms. Itunu. Ms. Itunu, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Is she with us?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
Yes.
over to you.
Yeah, yes, I am here, ma.
Give me a second. What's the name of your project again so that I can pull it up?
I titled it Itunu.
Itunu. Yeah, I thought I saved it here. 1 second. I'll pull it up. Open. Sorry, I'll just go on another computer and pull it up and share it. Sorry about that. I thought I saved it. Give me a second, please. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? You can see my screen. Okay, go ahead.
This is my.
Oh, sorry, this is Adebape's.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, everyone. Just do this now. Stop sharing. Oh, okay, Tunu's one is here. Let me open it. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
Yes,
Ma.
ma'am.
Okay, take it away.
So to start with, I think the other members of this class have stated the reasons and importance for project management. So to start with, my project topic is campaign against female genital mutilation in Ife, not local government area. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can.
So the project aims at educating and sensitizing the people living in the Ife North local government area on the damages and health risks of female genital mutilation. And the target communities are Ikpetumodu, Ashikpa, Akinlalu, Moro, and Edunabo. The campaign will take 2 days each in each community, and that makes a total of 10 days. And that takes me to my project charter, where project charter is very important in project management because it is a document that states how things will be, the order of your events and the order of your plan. So it will consist of the project title and the project management info and the project manager info, and a good project charter must have a start date and a finish date. And as you can see on the screen, the title of my project is there. And the information, the manager info is there as well, the start date and the proposed finish date. The objective of this project is to raise awareness about the harmful effects of female genital mutilation and advocate for its eradication. So project information must be included in our project charter. And in my project charter, I included the proposed budget for the project. The estimated cost for this project is 5 million naira, 1 million naira for each community. Approximately half of this cost will be for setting up of the event venue, while the other half will be for refreshment, logistics, and miscellaneous. And then the success criteria. This project will be successful if the turnout by the community member meets up with the expectation and the campaign is effective. We'll consider this project successful if we actually meet up with our personal expectation of, we want 500 people, and at the event we have something close or the exact number of what we desired, and the campaign is effective, that is when we'll consider the project successful. It should be completed on the stated finish date, and it should be done strategically and professionally. The project sponsor will fill out a completion form at the end of the project and give the project sponsor an overall, and for them to give overall rating based on their individual view. There must be a completion form that will be filled by stakeholders at the end of the project to know how far, to give their rating of the project. Then down to the scope of the project. The number one scope is seeking permission from the community head. We can't just go to these communities and start doing our campaign without seeking permission or validation from the community head, as they will serve as the bridge between the team member and the community members. And the second scope is to utilize social media platforms, local radio stations, and other media channels to create awareness about the campaign. We can't just wake up one day and say we want to go to these communities to have our campaign without we doing publicity. We will not have, the turn up for the event will not be encouraging. So creation of informative brochure, posters, videos that can explain health risks and consequences of female genital mutilation. These materials will aid the campaign. It will aid the seminars that we want to do for the people of the community. And then advocacy and challenge of harmful and cultural norms. We know that female genital mutilation, some people do it based on their religious and cultural beliefs. So we need to advocate for change. We need to challenge harmful and cultural norms, what people see as a normality, but it is not, before we go on with our campaign. Then collaboration and partnership. We establish partnership with local NGO, community-based organizations, healthcare providers, schools, and government agencies to leverage their expertise, resources, and network in implementing the campaign. We need people from these sectors that have been stated here. We need non-governmental organizations. We need them. We need their support. Am I communicating?
Yes, we have
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Yes, we are hearing you.
So then the next scope is survivor support. People living with the health challenge of female genital mutilation, victims and survivors of female genital mutilation, we need them on board too. So we need their support, because they will share their experience, how they have been coping, and they will need to tell the people the harms, the dangers attached to this thing. Then research and data collection. Another scope is to conduct research studies and collect data on the prevalence and impact of female genital mutilation in the target communities. The ratio at which people cut their girls, the ratio at which people circumcise the female child. That is what that one will be for. Then monitoring and evaluation. We'll implement a monitoring. Take it down, ma.
Is this good, or you want me to keep moving it?
It's good. It's good like this. So we implement a monitoring and evaluation framework to assess the impact and effectiveness of the campaign. This will include tracking changes in knowledge, attitude, and behavior related to female genital mutilation within the target community. And then down to the stakeholder. These are the key people that we need in our project. People that will sponsor, people that will get involved directly or indirectly for the project to be a success. And the number one, okay, that's okay, ma. Then
you have 3 more minutes.
Take it down a bit.
You have 3 minutes.
Okay. Just to summarize everything, stakeholders are people that you need, people that will get involved in the project directly or indirectly. Then from the community leaders, healthcare professionals, government agency, educators and schools, educationists and schools, religion and community leaders. Religion and community leaders are very, very important, because they will be the ones to facilitate and aid our communication. Keep scrolling it, ma. Then the stakeholder registrar, the position they hold, whether they are internal or external, their project role and their contact info is what will make up our stakeholder register. Keep scrolling, man. So the project staffs and responsibility, you state out the responsibilities of each and every person participating in the project. Then project likely constraints. It is very, very important to list out our constraints because these are things that might hinder our project, that might hinder the execution of our project. So we need to state them out and find the scope of managing them. And then that brings us to our project milestone. What will be the milestone if we are able to handle our constraints properly? If we are able to meet up with the plan set, then risks is very, very important. We must list out our risks, things that we are likely to encounter in the execution of our project, in the planning execution of our project. We need to state them out and how we hope to manage the risks. And that brings us down to project budget. Yes, the budget is a very important constituent of our project work. You must state out the amount of money needed, the amount of money realized, and how the money will be spent. And finally, to project schedule. You need to have a project schedule so that you can monitor activities. You can monitor your progress. Okay, this person is to be in charge of this of this thing at this time, and this is the person. Then the resources needed, as well as there must be a monitor that will look out for the person, that has this person done what has been assigned to him or her, so as for us to have a successful project. That's all my project.
Thank you. But you're missing your project, your closeout checklist. You didn't include that. Okay, who is next?
Oh.
So you have to include that in your final presentation.
Thank you very much.
Closeout.
Thank you very
Yes,
much, I don't know if Ramomi has any remark or.
So we'll go to
something
the
say
next
about that.
one. Who is the next one, Taufik?
Okay. The next person is Similarly.
Okay, yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. I'm waiting for our facilitator to put up the screen before I can continue. So basically, my project is the creation and distribution of solution models to past questions for LLB2 students of Obafemi Awolowo University. Okay, so thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. So basically, what the project is all about, it's a project it's where that is coming from it's a collaboration project, actually. So the document information states that it's a 16 weeks project holding between 1st of December 2023 and the 31st of March 2024, and it's being sponsored by the fellow class of 2009. So I'll go straight to the executive summary of the entire project, which is on page 3. So basically, this is an academic-oriented project, as it encompasses employing the tools of research to and making a careful perusal of the available materials to provide a solution model for past questions for courses offered by 200 level students of the Faculty of Law, Obafemi Awolowo University, in line with the substantive curriculum. Now, the basic idea of the project is that we have students that are currently in part 200 level of Obafemi Awolowo University Faculty of Law, which is my faculty, and these students are our faculty really works on past questions for improved success rates. So, but part 2 is a foundational year for them, as they are just going to be introduced to Faculty of Law, basically, to law courses. And many of them get it wrong. So I'm trying to create a solution model, a solution like answers to all these past questions, guidelines on it. Then after we have that, can then mentor them on how to navigate their story. So basically, the problem at hand, the challenge that requires bringing up this project is what I mentioned earlier. They are being introduced to the faculty of law precisely. Their first year, they were only exposed to a law course that is the basic of all. But now they will be exposed to the law of contracts, the legal system, constitutional law, human rights law, and all of that. And these courses requires very technical knowledge that if you don't really get if you don't get how it is to be done, they may not be able to answer. And past question is a way of guidance. So we have set some goals to achieve in this project. The first is to increase the success rate in law-related courses examination from 55 to 70%, which we have had over the years, to 85 to 95%. Then we also want to extend the Law Student Society academic advancement and social welfareism to a distinction rating among members, and also give rooms to developing the research capacity of both the team student members and the beneficiary, so that they can actually develop quality academic paper in the future. And of course, to achieve this, we're going to be creating a solution model, which is going to be released at least a month to exam, to give them an ample time, not just that they have the resources, it's time relevant. And of course, we also organize and supervise a study review group that will help them, like, after they have been exposed to all this knowledge, they have solutions to their questions. It still does not end there. We want to have a mentorship program to back up the passage of knowledge. So I'll proceed to the project scope. So the project scope is basically a joint venture between the Law Student Society and, of course, a group that advocates for legal research, like people invest in legal research, which is the Lovers Forum. And yes, this group is going to provide most of the manpower with regards to research professionals, while the Law Student Society is going to bring up the benefiting class, which is the 200 level class, and of course, the mentoring class, the contributing class, which is the 300 level, 400 level, and 500 level, to help the student. So, and for our initial phase, we get these students to work with the academic committee. The faculty has an academic committee, but their effectiveness will be brought to question if a project like this, as a major stakeholder, is conducted behind them. So then we have an execution state where we oversee the distribution of these materials after they must have we have drawn up the solutions, printed it, we distribute it freely. And yes, the final stage, which is more of the follow-up, which is more of the mentoring stage, to ensure that not just that they have these materials, they also make good use of it by getting someone to always reach out to if they have a question. So
4 minutes.
my project time. All right, ma.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So, as I mentioned earlier, the project timeline is 16 weeks, and it has been divided into 3. The phase 1, which is 8 weeks, which is going to be for the collection of past questions, the preparation of the solutions. That's for the first. The second week is the execution and distribution, which is getting these materials down to the benefiting class and getting distributing these students into study groups. And the last 6 weeks is going to be for monitoring and evaluation, where we have student group supervisors who would check out these people and check out the students and ensure that they actually they really gained from the legal knowledge passed in the solution model. So yes, so we have set some parameters that if we can have these parameters, if we can achieve these parameters, we have been able to successfully deliver this project. And I'm going to be putting some. The first is a comprehensive and curriculum-based solution models for past questions, specially designed for the LLB2 class. Now, what this means is that we have current the curriculum will continue to be reviewed, and they want something that is comprehensive enough to capture not just the much needed legal knowledge to be passed around, but of course something that would enrich them. So, and of course, we should distribute them, which is much of a benefit from their society, their students' body, the law student society. And the final one is, we still have order. The final one is also mentorship. So this mentorship will be done by their senior colleagues to the junior colleagues, but facilitated through this project. And yes, there's going to be a room for recommendation to the faculty, to the faculty management, to the Council of Legal Education that, okay, we have noticed from our project that this and this and this and this are the constraints which students face in getting legal knowledge. And these are ways we propose like to solve it. And we believe that such reports, when acted upon, is going to improve the legal knowledge, which is the entire idea behind the creation of the solution model in the first place. So there are no bridges to be poured to like build it up. And there are certain areas that needed to be gated, which will bring me to the likely constraints. So first is, I'll talk about the multiplicity of functions. So the Law Student Society, which is the major partner in this project, have a lot of clubs, chambers, student association in the faculty, and many of them can also do something like this. So the purpose of the project will be defeated when we have a lot of people doing the same thing. So that is a constraint. So we also have competition with paid tutorial platform. We have people that like they have been in the business for a long time, and people will definitely like pay to go there. And of course, we also have the nonchalant attitude for target beneficiary towards mentorship. Some people want to like learn the fast way to A, but many don't want to like be ready to like take quality mentorship. So, and yes, one of the most important, one of the biggest challenge for this project that has been identified is the limited or inaccurate access to past questions by lecturers. Some lecturers will just like deny you to access to their past questions. So the milestone. So we have set some milestones that if you can achieve.
Your time is up. That's one of the attributes of being able to manage your project's time. I'm going to give you 1 minute to round off. So
Okay,
the timer is on there. I'm just going to give you another 1 minute just to round up.
Thank
so
you,
you can see it's going to be on the screen.
All right.
1 second. Wait, let me reset it. So you guys, when you start your project, look out so that way I don't disturb you. Okay, it's on. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have resources that are needed. Of course, we need a project manager, and we have a budget of 755,000 to cover the expenses. A breakdown which has been provided at the end of the of this document. So who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders include the faculty management, the Law Student Society, the Legislative House, the partners, which is the Lovers Forum, the class governors and the senior classes, even the benefiting class, and all of that. Then we have a project staff, which will start from the project manager and the legal writers, the researcher, the academic committee, and all of that. So all the risks that have been identified, we have a way of mitigating that, which is trying to like get the engagement of the faculty, the student body to like work with us to mitigate this risk. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. And now moving forward, the next person to present is Ms. Stella. Ms. Stella, please, can you hear me?
Hear you.
Okay, over to you.
Okay, I'll wait till my project is being shared on the screen.
Stella, let me start your timer so that way I don't disturb you. Okay, hold
Okay,
on one
ma.
second. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, ma. As earlier stated, my name is Stella Akinton, and I'll be presenting my project, which I call the Drug-Free Society Project. It's a campaign against the dangers of drug abuse in an institution, a higher institution called Riverview University, Oyo. So, before I start presenting, I would like to state that this project was selected based on a SWOT analysis and also based on project priority. This project was a project that was of high priority to the institution because of incidences of students overdosing on substances. So the first thing I have in my project is my table of contents. It's outlines my project charter, my title, my timeline, description, and everything I have under my initiation phase of the project. So moving on to my project charter. So basically, my project charter is just a formal document that acknowledges the existence of my project. And here I have the project name, I have the ID, I have the project title. My project is going to start on the 5th of December 2023 and it will end 5th of June 2024. It's going to span for 6 months. And to describe this project, I would say this project is an online and an offline project. It is targeted at educating and preventing the dangers of drug abuse among undergraduates of Riverview University. The project charter also included my name as the project manager, my contact information. And the objective of this project will be to develop a sensitization program that is aimed at reducing the prevalence of drug use and abuse among these undergraduates and also to facilitate the development of healthy coping skills among them. My project charter included my budget information. The budget is 1 million naira. I have the contingency reserve of 400,000 naira and the management reserve of 200,000 naira. How do I know if this project I'm embarking on is actually successful? The first thing is if it has met time and all requirements and is run professionally, if I'm able to reduce the prevalence of drug abuse by 10% over the span of the project, and if at the end of the project, I'm able to get a rating of 6 out of 10 from my project sponsor, I will consider that this project has been successful. So I move on to outline my risk, possibility of road traffic accident, my budget may run out. I also have my constraint there. Then an important aspect I'd like to talk about is my stakeholders, because these are like the bedrock of my project. I have my sponsor, which is the governing council of the school. I have my project manager, which is myself. I have the finance manager, which is Adebanke Owoyomi. I have a social media management team lead, editorial team lead, research team lead, and other team leads. I also have resource persons I'll be working with. And these resource persons will be those people that will speak at my public lecture. I have my customer, which is the undergraduate of the school I'm working with. And I'm going to be collaborating with a remedial service provider, which is Compassionate Recovery Center, which is at Ibadan, which is very close to the location of my project. So it is going to be very convenient for me to liaise with them. So which is why I have picked this particular recovery center. I have my key milestone. I'll talk about them later, but not now. I have my assumption logs. I have 4 assumptions there, and I won't be reading them, so I'll just move down. Then for my project charter, I have the approval page. My project charter has to be approved for it to actually be official. So this is a sign-off page of my project charter. Then I have the comments, feedback from sponsors and everything. I have the comments page. Then moving on, I'm coming to my project management plan, which is the foundation of everything I'll be doing, because this is the critical phase of the project, because if I'm getting things wrong here, to affect the overall outcome of my project. So I have my contents, my introduction, project org chart, life cycle description, the scope plan. I have the schedule management, the budget information, risk management, and my communication plan. So the introduction is just a brief introduction into what drug abuse is, how it's affecting my customers, its impact on the community. So that is what I have in my introduction. Then moving on to my project organization chart. This is just the hierarchy of reporting within my project. I've gone to the project organization chart. I have the project sponsor, the manager, the finance manager, the welfare and logistics team lead report to the finance manager, the welfare team, support staff, and volunteers report to the welfare and logistics team lead. I also have people who report to me as the project manager. So moving on from the project organization chart, I have the project lifecycle description. At my initiation stage, I got approval for the project. The project was selected based on a SWOT analysis and also based on project priority. I mapped out my goals, my risks, my priorities, my assumptions, and my deadlines. And I moved on to planning, to executing, monitoring and control, and I move on to my closing. That's my life cycle description, basically. So for my life cycle description, I have my scope management plan. So the first thing I have under my scope management plan is my scope statement. It says the project is a 6 months long project that will be targeted at educating on the dangers of drug abuse and preventing drug abuse among undergraduates of Riverview University. It will involve activities such as awareness creation, social media campaign, which is a 30-day hashtag challenge. I have the sensitization work, remedial services, and I'll also be introducing an online drug testing platform, which is called ScreenU. And this project will also include public lectures within the university community. So I have objectives of the campaign, which I won't be reading. I've stated it earlier in the project charter. I have my scope activities and requirements. Under here, I was able to my awareness creation, all the activities I listed earlier, what I need to actually carry out these activities. This is what I listed under the scope activities and requirements. I won't be reading it, but that's basically what I have there. Then I have what is not included. In this my project, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm not doing. My campaign will not go outside Riverview University. My campaign will not include one-on-one counseling interaction, and my campaign will not include involvement in the school counseling unit. All I will be doing will be to hand over my drug behavior reports to the school counseling unit. So moving on, I have my work breakdown structure. Under my work breakdown structure, I have 6 main deliverables: awareness creation, social media campaign, sensitization work, the ScreenU app, remedial services, and public lectures. And under the awareness creation, I have work packages under it that I will have to put in place for that particular awareness creation to actually take place. So I won't be reading that too, but that is my work breakdown structure. Then I have my WBS definition. This part, I have been able to pick each work package and describe it so that each person on this project will know what exactly, if we are talking about awareness creation, what are we doing under awareness creation? What we are doing under awareness creation is to meet up with key stakeholders, the undergraduate population, familiarize them with the importance of the program, and find support to address the issue. Moving on, we have work packages under that I won't be talking about. Social media campaign, what are we doing under it? I've also described so that each person on my project, my project team members, the team leads, the sponsors, they know what we are doing. We are not so that to actually avoid a scope creep where we start doing things that we've not defined earlier. So that is
Round
what
up.
I have.
Your time is up. Round up 40 seconds.
Okay, ma. I have the cost management plan according to my work breakdown structure. I have my risk register, my website chart, which is my resource management plan. I have my communication management plan, and I also have my procurement management plan. I have my milestone reports, my issue log, my lessons learned register, and at the end of my project, I have a project completion form that will be filled by my project sponsor to actually close off the project. So that is all what I have in my project. To save time, I'll be ending it here. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much, Ma, for that wonderful presentation. So I'll be the one to present now. And Ma, can you please help to put my presentation on your screen now?
Okay, it's coming up now. Okay.
But my name is Flash Ojita Abdulkader, and I'll be presenting on the topic free hepatitis B vaccination in Versatile Community of Kwara State.
Sorry, there's
On
a
this particular
delay.
topic,
1 second, there's a delay with my computer. Not sure why. It's just showing blank screen. Not sure why. Let me do it again. It was just showing the screen was blank. Let me try it again. There's a delay on that on this computer. I don't know why. Okay, I think I have it now. Apologies for that. My computer, okay. Is a project on its own. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the timer. Go ahead. Get started.
so thank you very much, ma'am. This particular project is born out of my personal concern about this particular set of people living in this community, because I'm a club member serving in this community, and in my PPA we have my PPA is actually the only private hospital in this community, in which most of this community people are not able to afford being a private establishment. And so I'm thinking if the government can be the sole sponsor of the free hepatitis B vaccination in the community. So moving to the next page is the project information, which comprises of the project ID and all the vital information about the project. So the next one is the approval page, in which the sole concerned parties of the project, we have to put pen to paper to sign and to show that they agreed to carry on this particular project. So the sole sponsor will be the state government under the Ministry of Health. And moving to the table of contents, which houses the breakdown of the project. So from that, we'll be moving to the executive summary, which is how we plan to achieve our goals of giving the community a free hepatitis B vaccination. And from there, we'll move into the project definition. As we all know, hepatitis B is a serious viral disease in which, if care is not taken, can lead to liver cancer and various liver diseases. So the primary goal of this particular project is to increase hepatitis B vaccination among the community. Then the second one is to reduce the incidence of hepatitis B infection within the community, and also to enhance the overall wealth and well-being of the community. So the objective is to vaccinate at least 80% of the community population against this virus, and to also reduce the incidence of hepatitis B infection in that community. Also to help to enhance the knowledge and understanding of this particular set of people about this particular viral, because hepatitis B is a viral disease, to enhance their knowledge about this particular disease, how it can affect their health, and how to go or to manage this particular infection. So from there, we will be moving to the project scope. And this particular project is divided into 3 phases. We have the planning phase, the planning and preparation phase, the vaccination phase, and the monitoring phase. The planning phase will be the phase in which we plan to get our materials needed for the success of this particular project, and we'll be working hand in hand with the hospital environment that is available in that community. Also, we'll be working with relevant key stakeholders in the community, which are the community leaders, the religious leaders, the youth leaders, the social corps, the market women in the community. So we'll be working hand in hand with these set of people to plan towards that particular project. So to make sure we have a solid preparation so as not to have any problem during the execution of that problem. While the second phase is the vaccination phase proper, in which the community will be vaccinated against this particular virus, and the third phase is the monitoring and evaluation phase. Definitely after the vaccination, we will monitor the health of our health and how these particular people who have been vaccinated are doing in terms of their health. Are they responding to this particular vaccination and treatment? And also our projects. So the likely constraint which we might encounter during the execution of the project is the religious belief of this set of people against vaccination, and because here this particular environment is majorly native people, so there are some religious belief and tribal belief against certain things. So and as I said earlier, the major milestone of this project will be divided into three. Number one thing is the completion of the vaccination plan and the development of material. This particular educational material will be in their local language, because I've seen a situation whereby I can say majority of these people here can't really read and write in English language. So we have to come down to their level so that we don't just give them an educational material in which they can't comprehend. So we have to make sure the educational material in which we talk about the virus, how to live with it, and then the need for vaccination in their local language so that they can read and comprehend the need for this particular program. So that's our project milestone and project resources. The resources needed at number one thing, we need a dedicated project manager, the team and the team of facilitators, the supply of our hepatitis B vaccine, then this educational material. We also need an health educator which will help to educate this set of people on their
Hello,
on the
Adiola.
So majorly the project communication plan, because this particular program will be running for 2 calendar years, that is 24 months. So there should be a communication plan, but without proper communication plan, this particular project might fail in between certain. So there will be regular meetings with the stakeholders to update and share concern and to share ideas on issues that arise during the execution of this project. Also, our evaluation plan. After the whole vaccination program, the project will conduct an evaluation to determine the effectiveness of this project. That is to check the overall well-being of this community, and also below that is the project schedule breakdown. As I said earlier, this particular project will run for 12 months, which is 2 years, and so here is the breakdown of the calendar, and below that is the budget breakdown. And this particular project, we plan to, the budget here is 7 million plus, in which will houses the total expenditure, which will houses the total expenditure of this particular project and make it a success story. So from there we move to the signature, in which will serve as shows that this particular set of people actually agrees to make it official that this particular project will run through so time, and to make sure, okay, we did not go beyond or outside this particular project scope. And also, I think, so the moment they sign this particular project document, that means the project is official and we can start the project immediately. And the project will be starting, the start date for the project is January 1st, 2023, and will be ending December 31st, 2020. January 1st, 2024, and will be ending December 2025. Thank you very much. So Moving to the next presenter, who would actually be the last presenter for today, is our little madam, the project manager of this course herself, Ms. Banke. Over to you.
Can everyone see my screen?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to give you the same time I gave everyone.
Okay, ma.
Go ahead.
Overview of my project.
Adebanke, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. The project is titled Sensitization of Senior Secondary and Tertiary Institution Students on Illegal Migration. So the project is chosen based on business case, and in the business case, next prima. So, okay, now I have my table of content and move down to the business case. I have the introduction part, and the introduction is all about the sensitization of students in senior secondary school and to reorientate them. This, okay, on is the risk that is involved and how to make youth see how they can give back to their society. We have the objectives, and the objective is to reorientate the students on illegal migration, to make them realize they can be a productive generation that gives back to their society, to eradicate the myth called Japa, to call the government attention to areas and intervention like means in which the people do this kind of migration, that is smuggling and trafficking. In the current situation, there is this Japa syndrome in the society due to the poor economy of the nation, political instability, insecurity, and high rate of unemployment. These are the reasons why people do not care. They just want to leave the country either legally or illegally. The opportunity statement, the ability to catch them young and instill the right knowledge about the great disadvantage and risk of illegal migration into them. Also, being a corps member, having some among the team is an advantage because we can be seen as good example and role models. The critical assumption, it is assumed that the people between the ages of 15 and 30 are the most active and sensitive and can be easily tricked and enticed by material things. The constraint, the language barrier, the project is done in the Federal Capital Territory and is done across various local governments, and which is in the northern part of the country. So the language barrier, the geographical location, and their culture, their belief towards education, then inadequate source of funds, lack of proper understanding of the importance of the project by the school administrators, the attitude of the northerners towards education, then the analysis of option. This can be carried out at interval during program where the youth and the students are present, NYSC orientation camp, summit, and campaigns. It can also be done in public like churches, mosques, market, and public lectures. The recommendation, the government should factor in and give more attention to the program that sensitize people on the danger of illegal migration with the proper monitoring to ensure the execution. Parents should give the needed attention to their children and be interested in their activities, including the knowledge of the type of company they keep. They should as well be observant of the changes in the behavior of their children or what. The preliminary project requirements, you have the formulation of the team members, then as well, we have the budget estimate and financial analysis. We're going to make banners, and it is estimated to be like 480,000 and miscellaneous 500,000. The schedule, the letters that will be distributed from December 4th to 15th, and program is to start by January 16th and ended in March. Then moving down the potential risk, the printer may not be able to supply the exact number of copies and the qualities it might affect, and the long process of getting approval from some schools, then the lackadaisical attitude of the students and the ability of the school to see the need for such program, then the project time frame that has been set, the distribution of letters and the approval, and the kickstart of the priority. Project priority, it is of high priority because it is seen because of the economy, the present state and the brain drain in the society now, in the nation now. So that is why it is of high priority. And sorry, I omitted the stakeholder register here. I have the printer, the transporter, the sponsors, the students, the school administrators. I have them here. So those are the project stakeholders, including their activities. So moving on to the project charter, it's as the business case justify why a project should be done, it gives answer to why it's worthy of investment. So this project charter as well give information about the scope and the information of the project manager, and that my name and details are there. Okay, the project objectives now. We have the project objectives. It has been said earlier to reorientate the students and as well to eradicate the myth. Now, let them know the youth can be seen as the role model and are doing well in their various fields. That will be invited guests and the lectures, and we make them know that even without traveling out, they can give back to their society, and the debt and the risk cost. So bringing them the youth that are in Nigeria that are doing well for themselves that have been successful in their various fields, we be part of the objectives. Then the success criteria. This project will be successful if the school approve the proposal and give the convenient date in which the sensation will be efficient. Also, if it's being carried out within the stipulated date. The success also rely on the capacity of the printer to deliver good quality and the quantities needed. We have the assumption log, the printer and the student, the age. Then we have the kickoff meeting where we introduce our stakeholders. Then we give activities. We assign the item, things to be done. And here I won't be reading them out. And to the next, ma'am. So now go to the project management plan. Then I have the introduction, like I've said earlier. It gives about it to reorientate, to make them know that traveling illegally is is risky. It can cause death, like trafficking. It can cause it can lead them to asylum as well, and it can cause them to be slave in their destination country and might be killed along the line even without getting to their destination. Then here I have the project organization charter. I have the sponsors, which is the NGO and selected individual, the project manager, the head of delivery and follow-up, and the school administrator. They help us to arrange the hall and all. So now the project cycle description, we have the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing. So we've mentioned about the initiation, then the planning. Now we have the scope, then the title, the project ID, the scope statement, which is the sensory. It will take place in 6 secondary schools and 2 tertiary institutions within the Federal Capital Territory. It is to orientate students on the disadvantage of illegal migration. And we assume that it's going to be 4 public secondary schools, 2 private, and 1 private university and 1 public university. So we have the budget information and other things to be included here. I'm just having an overview, sorry. So we have the stakeholders' interest, their power analysis. Then the risk management plan is actually very important, and the risk register. Then we have the communication plan, which we enhance anybody that lays hand on that particular project to be able to know what is next, even in the absence of the project manager. Then the milestone report is just like we are ticking a box as we are moving on, what we have done and what we have not done, and how we have achieved those things that are in our objectives, and how we are able to carry out those projects. Then we have the issues log. Initially we have the constraints and we have the potential risk. So the issue as they're coming up in the project, we are going to register them, what we encounter, and during monitoring and controlling, we have to follow up. During the execution too, we have to follow up and to know whether things that to be done are being done, and whether they are the step and how we lay down our objectives, whether they are being carried out. So that is what we do during monitoring. And we have the closing. So that's the end. Move down, Ma, please. It's the next page.
That was the last page.
Okay, we have the closing. Thank you.
That was the last page. This was That was the last page.
All right, thank you, Master.
So you still need to finish your presentation, but excellent job to all of you. And so give your closing remark, then we'll open it up for our guest. Go ahead, Adeblanke.
It's going to be tonight.
So, on behalf of myself and other members of this class, we say a very big thank you, Ma, for dedicating your time and for investing in us, for equipping us with those knowledge. And I would say this is my first time of taking an online course, and give me, it is very, very wonderful. It has been a very wonderful journey with you, Ma, from the beginning of the class till today, which is the last day of the class. Thank you, Ma. We all say we are grateful.
Thank you. It's not me you are thanking. You are thanking your people, the people that came now.
And
you should be thanking your guests that came to celebrate
guest
you.
For your time, for dedicating your time to listen to us and see how far we've learned in the last 6 weeks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time and your patience.
You guys did exceptionally well. I'm very proud of the work you did. But like I said, you have a couple of things that you're going to add to it. So we'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for that. So thank you. Thank you. We're going to open it up to our guests. If any of you have comments, we thank you for staying with us all this while. We're glad you were able to join us. Oh, Pastor Itwa is here. Mr. President, please go ahead. We didn't know when you entered the room. Thank you for joining us.
God bless you all. Congratulations to you all. Jumoke, well done for a fantastic job. We thank God for everything. Now, you graduates, the world is at your feet. Go out there and prove to them that you are capable, competent, able, willing, and you are ready to take charge. This is just the beginning. And I believe that the skills that you have gotten over this course will enable you to contribute your quota to do many good things and to continue to do good in the name of Jesus Christ. And I'm sure that if you have any issues, you have a great mentor in Auntie Jumoke, who is ever willing, ever available to give of herself. So please remember what you've learned. Also make sure you have very, very high ethical and moral standards, and make sure you all work very, very hard. The Bible says that whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with all your might. So whatever you find to do as you go through the journey of life, do it very well and manage everything well. And you'll be surprised that God will announce you. My brother Ashley says, work so hard that you don't need to introduce yourself. By the time you worked very, very hard, people necessary there will say, we know this person. God bless you all. Merry Christmas and God be with you. Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank
Really
you very
appreciate
much,
your
sir.
time. Thank you very much. Say thank you to Mr. President.
Thank you very much, sir.
President.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Go ahead, Auntie Lara. And then King Charles. And then we'll close.
Congratulations to you all.
Thank
You have
Ma.
just learned from the very best. I'm excited for each and every one of you. I'm excited about your future. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you, now that you have spent and dedicated the past few weeks learning and feeding off of this great program, you want to take it to the next level. And you want to eat the, as they say, eat the iron when the coal is hot. So I want to encourage you to use this, to start putting this to use. What do I mean by that? Application for jobs, volunteer. Volunteer to project manage initiatives around your area. Volunteer to project manage initiatives in your church, and start using this, and you will see how the spirit of excellence will start building up. And the sky is the beginning. It's not even the limit. So I want to encourage you all not to sit on this. Now you've been given the talent. This is not the time to relent. This is not the time to go hide that talent under the rock. And don't say, oh, because I can't find a job. Volunteer and start using this skill and say, I have a project management skills. And this is something you can use anywhere. And so volunteer your time and start using it. And let us know if you need anything, Sister Jumoke, position you here, you need references, you will get it. And all that. So again, that's why we're here. We want to see you. We want to see the transformation of this in your life. We want this to be the beginning of a storyline that is going to change, so you realize that this is the beginning of a better, greater 2024 for you, even though we haven't stepped into 2024, but you are already at the end of it because now you have gold in your hand. Again, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Auntie Lara. Appreciate you. King Charles, and then maybe we can have Pastor T close us out. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We're very excited that you were able to join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. King Charles, please go ahead.
Thank you, Queen Jack, and the young people that we just listened to. I want to congratulate you. Just like Sister just said, I think you were in great hands. I'll say, I dare say, excellent hands. If you guys look at what's going on in Nigeria, a lot of the programs, a lot of the projects, what you have just exhibited in your presentations, whether it was the sister who was talking about female mutilation, or the one that was talking about the last project, I think you all had timelines on how things need to be done. You looked at all the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats and stuff like that. Major projects in Nigeria lack the skills you just exhibited. I would hope that when you go out and start to execute, you remember what you have learned, such that you can show a difference between what you are doing and what people before you have done. That is why today in Nigeria, you have a lot of projects that were started, but they were never completed. Why? What you guys just exhibited can be applied to any one of those big projects, whether it's the railway infrastructure, whether it's the Murtala Mohammed Airport, whether it's the building of universities. The skills you just exhibited here, you can apply those. If you apply the skills that you just talked about here, Nigeria can be a better place. So we are trusting you to do what you have just talked about. And that way we can say, hey, there's hope for our country. God bless you. Congratulations. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Adebanke, you wanted to speak, and then we'll have Pastor T close us out. Adebanke, go ahead, sweetheart.
Okay, ma. Before I close out, I just want to tell a special guest.
We can't hear you. So you have to speak up. Bring it closer.
Okay. I just want to tell our next step as a team that we are going to start working now, and we have some things planned out. So we gain the step, our first step, and as a team. So we are planning a get together, which is actually we have been supported by our facilitator. So we do it in our area in Ile-Ife, Osun State. So we'll be able to meet one another and get to know one another and share knowledge together, the lapses and other things that we can share, and the potential of each and every one of us. We can bring them together to form a strong team. And as we have been encouraged to do, to keep making difference in anywhere we go to. So in order to do that, and also, like you have said, that we are in great hands. She has promised us that our group is going to be open. So anything we see or anything we encountered we encounter moving on in the project, we can as well communicate with her on anything. We can communicate, we can drop it in the group. So that's just the things we have now that we have to be part of our plan as a team. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma. We appreciate you once again.
Thank you all for your time. Pastor T, thank you for joining us. We are glad you could join us. You joined us at the beginning, and we are glad you're here. Pastor Folake, thank you for joining us. Look forward to working with you on another project, on the next one that we're going to be starting in February. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for encouraging them. Like they said, we have a PM squad now, and we're keeping that open. And as we graduate more people, we'll continue to grow our PM squad. So thank you all for coming, for honoring us with your presence, and for encouraging my PM squad, our PM squad. There's no my, it's our PM squad. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank God. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we'll be signing off now. We're going to play our music, but we are way over time because I'm going. But so still drop your final reports. I still need your final reports. Okay. For those of you that haven't finished, just look at what you did add to your report and then finish it and send it. All right. Take care. I'm going to miss you guys on Zoom every Saturday, but I'll be on the platform. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yay. Mwah. Right back at you, sweetheart. Take care. All right. Have a good one.